I have young sons, and I don't want to teach them that this is college, school, and continue to do this, and you're going to struggle for the rest of your life. That's what motivates me, my family.
I feel like that there are men out there that are getting in relationships that are actually holding them back from being able to get to the level that either me or Kev.
You watch the news?
Yes.
Have you seen what's been going on with Diddy?
Yeah.
What you think about it?
Crazy. I don't even want to say baby oil no more. I'm like, I was going to tell my wife a story last night. I was like, I don't want to say baby oil. I said I don't use that. I just use...
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Famous and Wealthy Podcast. Today we got my boy Big CEO Derek in the building, man. How you doing, my boy?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just out here in Miami, man. Loving it. First
man.
time out here.
Oh, it's your first time?
First time.
We might have to keep him here for a couple of weeks.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, what's going on though? What you do? What is it? Where you from, man?
Man, I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Small
town
called Dixie.
Yeah.
But I'm 225 born and raised. I came out of Baton Rouge probably as 13.
Yeah.
And I went to Houston, Texas. So Baton Rouge via Houston, Texas.
How is Houston?
Houston is fast, and it's really exceptional when it comes to just camaraderie, and a lot of my family is there too, because I think of Houston and kind of Louisiana and Texas as the same one state, because if you have somebody in Louisiana, you have somebody in Texas too,
exactly,
that you know is all one big family.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So like
I've been there twice and stuff. I was just like, damn. Is it like a fast city? Like, I'm from Chicago, so, it's like, I know Houston, Texas is a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's really fast. I had to go ahead and get out of there at some point because I knew that my life was going to take the right turn. So I got out of there and just went on and did something better with my life, because the road I started to go down after high school, it wasn't advantageous.
Yeah.
It was going to be advantageous.
What is it that you do to make so much money right now?
I'm an IT specialist, but now I have transformed into the credit and funding space. And I've got invested a whole bunch of time, money, and expertise just getting in different rooms with the people that I see are successful.
Right.
And I don't have time for YouTube and Google and all that. I have to go ahead and accelerate this process.
Exactly.
So I have invested into myself, and I'm not stopping. I don't care how much money I make and how much money I'm making. I'm going to stay in those rooms, and I'm going to stay with people that are making the money that I want to make.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
if I seek it, I can seek it.
Exactly.
So I stay around those type of people.
Yeah, same. I did. I just stayed focused and did what I had to do to get to another level, though. But so you do funding right now, right?
Yes, I do funding. And I'm helping people make sure they structure their LLCs right, their businesses correctly.
Right.
So when we go to the bank, we get the maximum bag. We're not going in there to play around and continue to make trips. And we need to get you start growing and scaling your business, get you out of there, get you onto your entrepreneurial spirit and your journey.
Yep.
And like I tell everybody, man, I'm in the business. I want you to fire your boss. I got to get him out of there. I want you to be your own boss. If you're going to say you're a boss, let's boss.
Show me.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah. How did you even get into funding and credit?
Man, I was in the credit space with, and I was in the creditpreneur with my guy, Smitty the GOAT.
Okay.
And last year sometime, a young man came up and spoke in front of us at Smitty's Mentorship Wealth Building Seminar, what have you, and it was Dion Coopwood. And I said something about this guy that resonates with me, that I gravitate towards. I didn't know what it was, and I didn't even know his name, because I walked by him. I think he was standing with him 500 when I walked out of the place, and I was like, should I talk to this guy? I say no. Next time he offers a program, once I do a little research on him, make sure he legit, then I'm gonna go ahead and tap in with him. So when he offered his program and gave me a vessel to be in his space, and him to teach me what he knows, man, I dove in.
Oh yeah,
it's all in.
Oh yeah, that boy know what he know now.
You know what he know.
You know what he know. Yeah. So that's how you got into the credit space, my boy Dion.
Yes.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes.
So how long you been doing it though?
I've been doing it probably now about 6-8 months.
Okay.
6-8 months.
So you can say you've been growing and stuff.
I've been growing.
Well, you here? You on the Famous and Wealthy podcast? Hey,
I've been growing, and like my mentors will say, like Dion will say, a lot of times the gentlemen, ladies that have been doing it for a while, the access to them is a little bit more. It's harder.
Right.
But I'm just getting the sauce and the energy from them, and I'm bringing it to my community. Their community is not my community, but I can bring the same energy, the same effectiveness from what I know from my mentors. I'm not just shooting off the hip of somebody that hasn't done it. So I'm plugging in with everybody's plug. If you know something about marketing, I want to get it with you, because I need to know about marketing. Credit, I want to get with you. The funding, I got with my mentor Darius. So that's what I'm doing. Like I tell everybody, man, I'm really the plug's plug at this point.
Okay.
If I don't know it, I know somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. I guarantee you that.
And that's so important.
Yeah.
That's so important. So why you think people aren't taught about personal credit?
Because the government wouldn't survive if everybody was rich and wealthy and didn't have to depend on them.
Exactly.
It's a poverty mentality from when you're 4, when you start walking. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is why you're supposed to do it. Go get this job, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this education from college, and we're going to pay you $45, $50 for the rest of your life. And then you're going to struggle once you're 65 because we about to cut all that off too, probably. And now we have you trapped. Right. Been in a job too long to leave it, and you don't know enough about anything else to do anything else but sit there and ride away until you gone.
So the misconception of a credit profile versus a credit score.
Me personally, I look at a credit score and a credit profile as if as like a report card and a transcript. Okay. Your credit score, that's just telling you, hey, I got straight A's, but I want to look at your transcript. What's your credit profile looking like? How is that added up? Yeah, you have straight A's, but you took PE, basket weaving, streetcar design, or what have you. You got straight A's, but I have all A's and B's. I have A's and B's, but I took trigonometry, chemistry, how to build my credit, repair my credit, funding. I took more accelerated level classes. Exactly. So the banks look at you like, you haven't done anything. You have a car loan and a Macy's card. This gentleman over here, he's bought a home, bought a car, has 5 or 6 different credit cards, and he looks more lendable. We want to look lendable at the banks. Make sure everything is structured correctly. With our LLC, age those LLCs. With our LLCs, and we want to look lendable to the banks.
To a person that's just looking at the podcast right now, that's watching us, right, that don't know nothing about business credit, what can you tell them if they like, why is business credit so important?
Business credit is really important because, for one, it separates you from your personal side.
Okay, then.
Unless you mess it up. Don't get the business credit and then go out here and try to, say, live and look like your mentors immediately. Right. This ain't that. You have to go in there with a plan in mind. When I do my funding, you have to give me a plan. We don't just go in there so you can get Louis bags, Gucci shoes, and $7,000 outfits. This ain't that. We don't do that. We make sure you're structured correctly, your LLC has been formed correctly in whatever state that is. And it's pretty easy to set up your LLC, especially if it's been aged for a little bit. But we want people to get business funding and business credit because now you can get the bigger bags. You can get the 50Ks, the 60Ks. Now you can start growing scale, whatever business you have in mind.
Right.
So we want to encourage people to get business funding so we can get those assets and leave those liabilities alone.
Exactly.
So that's what we're trying to do.
So for somebody that's watching right now that don't know nothing about business funding, what can you put them on game about, like, as far as like, okay, well, they feel like they can't get business funding. They will never get business funding. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give them some sauce on that.
I say make sure that your personal credit is up to par, first of all.
Yes, sir.
The banks are going to want you to personally PG it. They're going to want you to personally guarantee. You're going to be a personal guarantor for that business funding. In case something doesn't go right, then you're backing the business up personally. So if they can't go up to the bank after the business for that money, they're coming after you. With the business funding, if you're doing it correctly, then it doesn't affect your personal credit until it's not done correctly. Right. So that's why we want business funding, because the amounts are so elevated that you get more money and you can go ahead and start your businesses. As opposed to personal credit, you're going to get those inquiries. You're going to get that, if it does mess up, you're going to get derogatory marks on your personal brand.
What motivates you?
What motivates me? Just being impoverished and seeing poverty for so long. Yeah. Just coming out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just knowing that when I go back, I'm like, I don't understand why I can't go back and help my people. And I don't have the access or the means right here today to help as many people as I want to help. So credit and funding was my way to help people. Even if I couldn't do it personally, I could help you do it by providing you with a service to help everybody that wants to do business with me or wants to be in the room with, myself and my mentors and my friends, my friend-tors.
Why is entrepreneurship for you?
Selfishly, I think entrepreneurship is for everybody. Like they always say, either you're going to take that risk and bet on yourself, or you're going to always work for somebody that has. So I want to be that person that took the risk. Abundance is my birthright. And if my father up above said it, then what am I doing? I'm playing. I'm playing with it. And he gave me a gift to help people, serve people, and be of service to people. And then I could elevate somebody else's life and just helping people. I just want to help people and help other people. I want my reach to be far and wide. And they be like, this gentleman really changed my life. and I have young sons, and I don't want to teach them this is college, school, and continue to do this, and you're going to struggle for the rest of your life. That's not the father I want to be. I don't want my ceiling is my children's floor.
Yeah.
So if I could change that, then I'm already setting them up for success, and I'm not playing about them.
Right.
So that's what motivates me. My family.
You married and stuff?
Yes, I'm married.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm married.
Married man, teaching funding, teaching credit, on his way up to the top. Yep. You got a good mentor, you know what I mean? Podcast, you on your way, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
For sure.
Appreciate you.
You watch the news?
Yes.
Have you seen what's been going on with Diddy?
Yes. Yeah.
What you think about it?
Crazy. Diddy's that's a wild boy. That's wild. That's too wild. I don't even want to say baby oil no more. I'm like, I was gonna tell my wife a story last night. I was like, I don't want to say baby oil. I said I don't use that. I just use lubricant. I don't use. I didn't want to say baby oil because it's
right.
I gotta say no.
You
Diddy
say basically
and all that.
Diddy can have baby oil. He can have a word. You just gonna say to just get the lubricant.
Right.
Okay. Then,
something else.
Yeah. No, but I've been seeing a whole lot of stuff going on in the news, man. I'm like, damn, it's a whole lot. So, have you seen the Offset and Cardi B situation?
All I've seen on that is she's allegedly dating Stephon Diggs now.
Okay, so if she left him for she said so-called a cheater, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think the Stephon Diggs is?
She getting her lick back.
No, I get it. But they said, did you see the newer news?
No.
Okay, the newer news is saying that he has a baby on the way.
Oh, not with Cardi B.
No. They said so basically they said on the news that you left him for a bigger dog. You called him a dog, you left him for a bigger dog.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They said it's getting a little spicy now. Yeah. So it's just been a lot going on though with that, you know what I'm saying? So in the news. That's hard. I know
Stephon had a baby on the way, but
I mean they said he got all the women now. He's a top player now.
Yeah, he doing his thing. He doing his thing.
All right, so do you think marriage is helping with your business? Or do you think it can hurt? Matter of fact, let me ask you, do you think marriage can either help your business or bring your business down? Honestly, just saying that, for the overall, if you had a classroom of guys, right, and you was teaching them, and if you told them all that they all should go get married or they all should stay single until they got successful. Honestly, if you want your students in the classroom, they're all single men, they're trying to get successful, what would you tell everybody to go do within that 1 year time frame to do?
I love my wife, but I would tell them to go ahead and get the bag and then get married. Because
why? Yeah.
To me, it's so many decisions and moves that you need to make that should be, I guess, unilateral. It should just be one person. It shouldn't be two people making the decision, especially if you don't have, if you didn't pick the right one that was supportive.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
You can't fly out. You can't fly in. What have you? You can't spend this money. You have to ask her if you can go in the account. And one person, hey, you make that decision on your own.
So would you be saying, as a mentor of the classroom, you will be teaching, you will be protecting your mentees from actually getting a heartbreak before they actually, got the bag, or if they get the bag, let's say if they secure the bag and then they hurried up and jump married. Without knowing the woman. Because the good thing that I like about, people that I, look up to, like Dion, them, they've been with their women so long, they know, like, I can't go just get married. Like, Dion can't say, hey, Kev, get me. He know I can't do, because it's different. So it'll be like, I don't know if I can get married and a girl just take me for all my bread. I'll be pissed. So it's like, at the same time, it's like, damn, well, just like we can't. Now, in the classroom of mentees, we have to tell them the truth. Like, well, if y'all are just meeting these girls, I don't know. Go ahead and get the money. That way you have more control in the situation. And then you can, maneuver. Because I feel like the control will make things more easier. So if she does something wrong, it's easier to just let her go easier. Versus a guy getting more madder saying that I gave you my all. I put my all into you. I held off paying Dion, or I held off paying Kevo. You know what I mean? Right. Like for you type shit. So I be getting that too. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about with that, though. Like, being a mentee at a classroom, putting your mentees in the right situation. You basically saying that you would tell them to get to the bag, basically.
I tell them to get to the bag.
Get to the bag.
Me personally, I did this a few minutes in life, and once you get to the bag, the women and the people start flocking to you anyway. So you're not missing anything. You just you accelerating.
Yeah.
If you don't have that extra non-supportive person. Now, if she's supporting you and she down and she riding with you, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to pick or you don't know exactly what you're doing and you haven't vetted enough of them, if that's the word I can say, vetted enough of them, then now you have to make sure she's coming to you for the right reason once you get the bag.
Have you ever got your heart broke?
Definitely.
How did it feel?
It's
like, honestly.
I mean, it's hurtful.
Did it motivate you or it made you stall? Like, were you depressed or did you get up and go harder?
Depressed for a while.
Okay.
Depressed for a good while, and I just was like on a tangent. I was just like, hey, ain't nobody out here for me, so everybody can, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
It's free game.
Okay.
It's fair game out here. We're not playing by any more rules.
Okay.
I got hurt, so I'm gonna hurt other people. Like they say, hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was out there trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this not really me. I ain't really built like that. I ain't really set up like that. So let me do what I know I need to do, because every woman not that woman.
Yeah.
So but
do you have any products or anything for sale? Like digital products and stuff like that. What's your prices usually on the products and what you got for sale?
Usually on like my ebooks and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm usually at like $17 for an ebook on credit funding and things like that. But I knew I was coming on here, so I was like, let me at least take half off. So I got them on sale now for $7.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, $7. Okay. I'm just giving people the game and everything that not everything that I knew to put into the ebook to get people started on their business, and also setting up their LLCs and getting to funding and shouting out to different credit unions and banks that we do go to.
Right.
We put some of those in there too.
Let me ask you, as far as like with your mentorship price, what would you charge for like, a one-on-one mentorship? One-on-one,
$997.
$997?
$997 for 3 months with me. Yeah. I'm
talking about one-on-one, like I'm finna pull up.
One-on-one, like
I'm finna pull up on you.
Whew.
Yeah, I want to put that. I want to pull up on you.
Pull up on you.
We want to pull up on you at Pride 112 type.
It's just you and I. It's just you and I.
Man, I'm at Pride 112. Where you at type? You know what I mean? Boy. I need to learn some funding right now.
I'm gonna say right now. Okay, $29.97, and I'm good. I'm good right there for now.
$29.97.
Yeah.
3,000.
3,000.
Okay, yeah, that ain't bad.
I want to help the people.
So basically, $3,000. I get to pull up on you. We at Prime 112. We sitting there. You gonna break down funding. You gonna give me all your bank connects. You know what I mean? Your credit union connects. We gonna really turn that thing to the next level.
Yes, sir. I want to help the people. I want to help the people at this point.
Damn, that's decent.
I know I'm learning and earning myself, and I don't want people to shy away, because everybody don't have the big bag to get. Everybody. And I want to be accessible at least now. I want to be really accessible right now. Everybody's not accessible now. I am.
Right.
So if I can help the people that like my mentors will tell me, if I help the people, the money coming.
You better say it.
So
you gonna sit there and really give them the sauce, really give them the game.
I'm gonna give it to them. I have no choice. I was taught to give out the sauce. I learned by the sauce being given to me. Why would I hold it from anybody else?
Exactly.
I mean, I could probably charge $10,000, but
$3,000 they can meet up with you in person.
Let's go.
Where you located?
I'm in South Carolina now.
Oh, right now. So if you in South Carolina, you can pull up on this man at Roof Chris or you what type of restaurants they got?
We got them all. We got Roof
okay.
Chris. We got the
they gonna pull up at you because they gonna pull up for $3,000 for that funding game. I'm gonna tell you that now. They gonna pull up on you for that. Yeah. Come on. And they know you surrounded by us. They know you got some sauce.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean? And the sauce costs.
Yeah,
the sauce costs. Mm-hmm. So 3 bands, how much time? Because I don't,
3 bands. I'm gonna say, boy, you got me on this. I'm gonna have to.
Because I know you ain't trying to sit at Root Chris all day.
No, I ain't trying to see that. No, I ain't trying to see a Root Chris all day. But oh man.
Basically, like a full mentorship. Okay, boom. You sit at the first meeting can go at. Let's say if the first meeting is 2 hours, right?
2 hours.
You sit at Root Chris with him for 2 hours, and that's for probably about a 2-month mentorship of you guaranteeing them, teaching them how to do funding over the phone after the meetup, possibly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Right.
Which had to be smart. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's hard.
I say 2-3 months.
Yeah. Okay.
Just meeting up. I guess I say once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
I want them to come back, how everything worked, and give them more data and see what they did do, and see what we can.
How to keep advancing.
See how we can advance. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
All right, so look, I had to jump in. I'm like, y'all having a really good conversation, and something struck with me when in regards to Derek. I had to jump in, like Kevo said, like, okay, man, Dion married. I can't get married right now. And I respect that. That's where he's at. That's what he's doing. Yeah. But also, too, him respecting who he is has made him ultra rich.
Yeah.
I feel like that there are men out there that are getting in relationships that are actually holding them back from being able to get to the level that either me or Kevo is. Like, see, a relationship worked for me. It motivated and inspired me. I'm married. I got 3 kids. That was my motivation. But my woman is different, though.
Yeah, exactly.
She's been with me since I was making $12 an hour, and she's been there supporting the whole time. Anything I make the decision, she just supports.
Yep.
Kevo said, well, hey, maybe I've never found women that were supportive like that. So I'm just going to be single, and I'm going to do my thing. My question to you would be, when you look at the dynamics of relationships, and not specifically speaking on your relationship, but just maybe relationships in general, do you feel like there are people that are making bad decisions that are not allowing them to, let's just say, obtain the level of success that they truly could have based upon the people, the partners that they're with?
Definitely, because I've chosen wrong a lot. And I feel like a lot of people, especially young men, and I'm going to say women too, but young men especially, I can speak for, that want to get wealthy and want to get to the bag, but they have somebody that they feel like is in their corner that's taking all the energy out of them, whether it's working a $12 job or trying to go and get mentorships or get around people that can help them reach the financial goals that they want to.
Also, let's be honest, a lot of the women that us men date are jealous of us being successful because they're scared that we're going to leave them once they get successful. Yeah. So that's if I say I'm about to go pay Dion and Derek, right, for mentorship, and my girl gets mad, like, no, because we can go shopping or we can go do this, then that means that she don't want to. She sees the Louis and the chains and all that with D, and she's afraid that he's going to be like that. Yeah, you get what I mean? So now she's like, I know you believe in yourself, and I don't, but I know it's a possibility that he can probably turn you into him.
So then how do you get out of that then, though?
Most guys, they really can't. They be like, this is the thing, bro. They be stuck into between I don't want to lose her, but I want to get successful, but I don't want to lose her. Yeah. So it be like, you just got to be like with me, I just got to be real disciplined at the end of the day. Yeah. You gonna have, don't get me wrong, as a guy, you might not, like myself, might not be married, but you have that girl that's like right there that you can see yourself possibly marrying type of thing, but it's still like, you still see airheadness. You be like, I'm cool. This is like, look, they might do like airhead stuff and just blow you. You be like,
so that's a good piece. Then it's like, so in your mind, Derek, how does a guy, let's just say, watching this podcast right now, or even a girl, even a girl too, she could be with a guy who hating, like, you got to think, I got more women that are in my program than men. So it's like, now you got to get with a secure guy who is okay with you being around an ultra successful guy. Coaching you.
He gonna be
like
mad.
I sit on the phone a lot of times, and then you got to think, even for me, my wife has to be secure in who she is because I'm on the phone with these women.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you don't know, your wife don't know if your mentees are going to try to hit on you, and then the girl, if she looks good, then the guy is like, is this ultra rich guy going to try to take my girl? So then it's like, in your opinion, Derek, what do you think about that? Like, what does that dynamic look like in regards to a woman who may be watching this, or a guy that may be watching this and saying, I want to get this mentor, this coach, he's ultra rich, but then now the spouse is like hating, saying, oh, don't be around that guy. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, because the hate is real. And one thing that I know when I was listening to you all talk, that every guy, they ain't pulling that many chicks like people be thinking, and they know that they got with a Keisha or whomever, that's all they getting. And she is out of his league probably. And when she goes to an ultra successful, ultra rich person like you and Kevo, then he's vulnerable. He might take that loss twice.
But this is what it sucks, because we not trying to talk to our mentees. We trying to like actually help them. Like they don't have to worry about us trying to hit on their girls or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, this is the thing about it, because what it does is you really got your girl wasting money, because if she's in the program anyways, she took that leap anyways, and you're sitting there being envious and jealous, you're slowing her process down, because at the end of the day, you can make her more successful, or you just gonna make her waste her money because now she's in a program, but she's not activating her full potential because she's worried about your feelings, your hating feelings. You know what I mean? Or she know that you're jealous, and she know that she don't want you interacting. Well, he don't want her interacting with us too much because he feels some type of way.
That's crazy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But look how it has to be with if your woman, lady, girl, or whatever you call them is trying to make more money than you are. You're probably sitting there depending on her anyway. So you know you could lie to a lot of people. You can't lie to yourself. When you see her out there trying to get to the bag and you know you have no ambition to do it, what is she gonna do? The law of nature gonna take over. She's out of there because she's gonna be in those rooms with the multimillionaires, other women that are multimillionaires. Like you dating Big Pookie or whatever. You know
Big
he's
Pookie.
never worked. He's never worked.
Yeah.
You know all he do is play games. He's a gamer. So she knows that.
Yeah.
So she's out of there, and he knows that too, and it's gonna come to fruition.
yeah.
So I guess what we saying, long story short, is if you're in a relationship and you got somebody that's hating on you, got to get out of there.
No, for sure.
Because essentially, like I remember one of my boys, I was having a conversation with him, and he was telling me about some girl that he was dating, and he said she was hating on him so bad he ended up leaving, and now she's like, hey, what's going on? Like this, like 3 years later, she see he up. He's a millionaire now. But when they was together, he was like, I was talking about my business and how I was going to be successful, how I was going to do this and I was going to do that. And he said she was just like the whole time was just like, oh, why are you doing that? And you're not spending any time with me, and you haven't taken me out on a date, and you always trying to run this business. He like, I'm trying to get to this money so I can take care of us.
Cool.
He says, so I
like
broke
that.
up with her. And now she's in a DM like, hey, how's it going, big head? It's not going to work.
How's it going, big head, bro?
How's it going, big head?
Man, she blocked.
She blocked.
As soon as I would have seen that big head part, as soon as I would have opened it and seen that, blocked instantly.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens when you get successful, though. They don't really believe in your dreams like that, though, bro. That's why I appreciate people that believe in you, because a lot of, especially people that, like, you get with people that's low-key in competition with you. A lot of 85% of these relationships are competition.
That's crazy.
They start seeing a girl or they guy make too much money, they start feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
They feel like, well, what if he leaves me tomorrow?
Yeah.
What if she leaves me tomorrow?
Yeah. I feel like if somebody's watching this podcast and they say to themselves, I really want to be successful, but what y'all just touched on is it hit home with the relationships, whether I'm a man or whether I'm a woman, exit that relationship and just focus on you.
Okay.
Focus on you until the focus is on you.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, focus on you until the focus is on you. Like, go crazy. Like, look, I'm finna get out this relationship. I'm finna lock in on my business. I'm not dating nobody. I don't want to talk to somebody. I'm not entertaining no DMs. I'm finna lock in. Lock in for the next 12 to 18 months minimum. Get you coach, get your mentor, lock in, make that payment, lock in, do what you need to do for the next year and a half. I promise you, every man that you want, young lady, you're gonna get him. Every woman that you want, my boy, you're gonna be able to get anybody.
Right.
Being able to walk around and you making the kind of money like $50,000, $60,000 a day, it ain't nobody or nothing that you can't have or you can't get.
Right.
So now I can have any woman or any guy, let's just say, no matter whatever your sex is, and you can go wherever you want to go and do what you want to do. If like right now, if I wanted to call my wife and say, hey, listen, get ready, I'm finna catch the next flight from Miami back to Atlanta, and then I'm gonna take you to Mexico for lunch, and then we're gonna fly back to Atlanta before our kids get out of school, I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
That's a boss.
Bro.
But you can't do that if I'm sitting around the house arguing about what decisions I'm making, what money I spent, where am I flying out. I flew out here yesterday. I'm in for 2 days. My wife ain't said nothing. Hey, just call me. Let me know you're cool throughout the day. Let me know when you get back to the hotel, you say, hey, that's it.
Yeah.
She's not finna be running around here talking. And I got her at the house. Guess what she at the house doing? She's handling business. I got a guy there that's doing our movie theater room. She's there making sure he get in and out safe. I got another guy coming in to do the HVAC for the basement so they can start doing the remodeling for the basement. She's handling business.
Yeah,
that's my partner.
Hard. Yeah.
So I'm here doing what I'm doing. She's at home doing what she's doing, but it works together. Can you imagine if I'm here and I gotta have a headache?
Bro, that's
But you
I be going. That's why I ain't married, because I haven't met the. You know what I mean? I get headaches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'd be like, well, they must not be worth it because they did headaches.
But again, remember, like I said, this is a lot of experience because she was with me when I was working a job making $12 an hour. Then when I had moments when I was broke and I wasn't up and I was down and it was bad, she's been through all of that.
Right.
So she also deserves what she's getting now.
for sure.
But
Hell yeah.
she's humble enough to say, I've been there from the beginning. Now we up. It's kind of like what they say, shooting in the gym. She been there shooting in the gym. So don't look at this podcast and be like, well, I just need to find the right one. No. What you need to do is you need to break up with who you with now.
Yeah,
and then you need to just get yourself together.
Yeah, and
go,
then try to
get
wait
your money
all the way.
And then take some money, get some therapy, get some counseling.
Yep.
Make sure your mindset is right. And like invest into the mentorship, invest into your mindset. Watch all of the positive, influential stuff. Get your mind, your body, your soul right. Go to the gym every day, my boy.
Yeah,
get your body right.
Yep.
Do what you need to do first. Then once the bag and the money is right, you can do everything else after it. It's a time to play. Right now ain't the time to play.
Okay.
It ain't time to play. It's time to get straight to it.
Straight to it.
So if she's in your way or he's in your way, get him out of the way and don't play.
Don't play.
That's it.
Yeah, see, my wife was with me from the military. We met in the military about 20 years ago.
Okay.
So we've been rock solid for 20 years. So
Damn.
she is, and I was telling Roger earlier that I got out because we're going to miss each other. She was fighting the war in Afghanistan, and I was in the States, and I was getting ready to go that way. She was coming back, so we're going to miss each other. Yeah. And she wasn't going to be able to go back overseas that quickly. So she been 10 toes with me for 20 plus years, and we just we make it happen.
So she deserves for you to just get richer then.
And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
And
yeah,
when you were saying that, I was going to say that, but hey, take it how they want to. But if you're a young lady and your man ain't trying to get you and him to be the richest y'all can be, then hey, leave that bum.
Yeah,
let him go. Let him go. He ain't trying to get the bag.
Yeah, where I'm from, we call them freaky bums anyway. That's crazy. Yeah. You just want to lay up and just have sex all day. That's crazy.
Right.
That's
just
what
real
doing.
freaky.
You got no money, but you want to have sex?
What we
That's
doing?
it.
You don't deserve that.
No.
What
the hell? You want to be seen and have sex and just get drunk.
But
that's crazy.
Your woman don't even want you to come to bed.
Yeah, nah, man. You've been out all day. You drove her car. You brought the car back on E. Now you trying to climb in the bed and play around. That's crazy.
Man.
Baby boy.
Come on, man.
And just wake up.
And it's a woman listening to this right now. She like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And she trying her hardest right now not to look at him.
Right.
Now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then now he hear me talking. And he like, she better not look at me. That's crazy how these podcasts be. They be exposing the truth because some of them be sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah. Definitely.
No, they do.
Definitely.
They know that they sleeping with the enemy.
Holding you back.
Yeah, they know.
You got all these big goals, these big dreams, and you got your guy because he's super insecure. He over there working. Maybe he got a job. He's at the steel mill, $20 an hour. He's still making $40,000 a year, and you over there like, man, we got to do this. He like,
you ever met the one people that be like, you told me I should have listened to you? How many times you done heard that?
All the time.
Like,
oh, y'all ain't together no more? No, you said I should have. Yeah, I know. Now you wasted time.
Then you got two kids.
This is and Derek, you could probably test this is why people have to make a lot of money now instead of making a lot of money later is because the sooner you can make a lot of money in a short period of time, you get to enjoy your dream life and enjoy it longer. Right. Versus now I'm arguing and now you got to come back 3 years later saying I should have listened. You just wasted 3 years. You know in those 3 years you could have got ultra rich and then been set for life. Yeah. It don't take a long time to really like get it popping. Like me, I've been doing this. I've been like ultra rich and been doing this for like 5 years plus. Yeah. But it seemed like it was like 5 days. Like the time went by like fast. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like people, it's like you got kids, you got a wife, you got all this stuff. It's like, bro, why won't you just get rich? Right. So you can enjoy life and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm pretty sure that you could speak to it and you're gonna be able to speak to it more because as you continue to do what you're doing because you're doing a phenomenal job at what you're doing and you continue to help people, bro, you're going to see these people, they're going to come and they're going to be saying weird stuff like they said to me, Kev, I should have listened to you. Right. I should have listened to you. But the reality is that we can't make people do what they're supposed to do. Information is on me. Execution is on you. If you're going to do it, let's do it. But I can't make you do it.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I decided to do. I was tired of watching everybody get money and say how they could get money and help you in this field or that field or whatever structure you want to do it in. Yeah. I said, I have to tap in with somebody that can show me I could watch YouTube and Google all day, but I had to accelerate this process.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait any longer.
Yep.
I've been I pull long enough, and I don't do bad.
Yeah.
But I know I can get real active, and I'm real busy out here.
Now, I watched you. Like I've watched you grow. I watched you change who you are and what you're doing, and like it's beautiful to see. Like, my question to you is, in your opinion, let's just say in the last like 3 to 6 months, just being in the program, do you feel like you've learned more in the last 3 to 6 months than you've learned maybe in the last, let's just say, 3 to 6 years?
Way longer than that, Dion. I had to get what they call my mindset right first. Now I'm looking at people like, I want to make 6 figures. So for what? Dang. What is 6 figures? $100,000. That's not impressive to me.
That ain't no money.
I'm not. No offense. I'm not saying it's not any money. I'm just saying to me.
You just said it ain't no money. It ain't no money.
That's my mindset, and I can't come with in the rooms that I'm in and be excited because I made $100,000 in a day. Maybe
exactly.
I'm in a conversation. Yeah. But in a year, it don't take that long to make $100,000.
But you know why though, right? It's because you're around people like me and Kevo,
right?
But also too, like you being in my program, you able to see women that's making $100,000 in a day, in a week, and in a month. So as a grown man, you like,
right?
Can't be excited about $100K in a year.
Right.
That's not gonna do nothing.
Not for me. Not for me. Some people's lifestyle is perfect. Not for the one I'm on. Not the one I'm trying to live.
Exactly.
Not the one for my children.
Exactly.
'Cause they don't have to go through this. Yeah. Once I get the information and I'm under the right guidance in the right rooms and around the right people, like everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Now I can get this to my kids.
Exactly.
They ain't gonna have to pay nobody. Then they can give it to somebody else that, like you say, doing the freaky bum activities. They can go get them or they women and tell them what they need to do, why they need to do it, and get them to the bag too.
Yeah.
It's.
What's your goals for 2025?
My goals 2025. I want to make $1 million. I'm gonna make $1 million this year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make $1 million this year. Just starting off because it's May. But I know I'm gonna do it. I know I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do whatever I have to make sure that everything I told my family that it comes to fruition. Make sure that no lies are told, and my son will be like, "Yeah, Daddy at home every day, but Daddy really gets to it." And they don't have to worry about what we could afford. Yeah, like Dion said, I'm gonna pull up and you can't afford this. Yeah, that's how I want to be with my kids. You know, they're gonna be graduating high school in a little bit here. Where they going? They're gonna be graduating high school, and whatever they want need to be out there. Whatever they want, that has to be out there, and they don't have to worry about what college they going to. They have to worry about how they're gonna teach and help the community. Yeah. And I want great grandfather. They be like, he put it on the line for us. He put it on the line for us over the fireplace. He put it on the line for us because that's what I'm doing. Just like in the military, I would no holds barred by any means necessary. Mission has to be accomplished. I'm not coming back. So I have to go get it for my family. I have to.
Sure.